I want to talk about forgiveness and another epiphany. So in the past, I had a video where I talked about how to find forgiveness without forgetting. I guess it's going to be part two of that. And another epiphany that came to me, which obviously prompted this video, was to have forgiveness without forgetting. Another methodology is extreme accountability. I think there's this former military guy, I think his name is like Jocko Willink or something like that. Probably hashtag his name. And he talks about extreme accountability, taking accountability even when things really aren't your fault, just to understand that you have to, when you don't control circumstances, you lose power. So the only way you can take back the power in a circumstance is to take accountability for everything. Because if you don't take accountability for everything, you don't have power. You are not empowered. You are literally disempowering yourself when you don't take accountability for things. And so a lot of times when people are trying to forgive people, when people are trying to forgive people, hold my finger in the way. It's usually because there's something that they feel wasn't their fault, which is where they were slighted, where they were done wrong. And the epiphany I had the other day was when you're struggling to have forgiveness without forgetting, you're also holding on. So one, you gotta let go. Now I guess that epiphany just came in real time, so that's a separate video. But to the point of extreme accountability, you're not taking as much accountability as you could for the situation. Like you could take more accountability so you feel less of a need, or really eventually no need, to blame other people, other parties involved. If you're taking full, extreme, complete accountability, you'll be able to forgive because you'll be able to see how you could have did better, how you could have made better decisions, how you could have made different choices that would have worked in your favor. And so I think that's the key here, is to recognize, like, no matter how much other people do us wrong, no matter how much other people fall short for the word that they promise and the things they say they'll live up to do, if we take extreme accountability, absolute accountability, we'll be able to forgive others and even forgive ourselves, because we'll be able to see, like, okay, it's not just the other party, the other individual. There were other choices I could have done that could have steered me away from that situation I didn't want to go through. That could have taken me away from ever being in the position that I'm in now. And when you really think about it, even with all the things that other people do to us or don't do that they promise to do for us or whatever, all the things and all the ways that other people can fall short, you start thinking about it, you could have still avoided a lot of those things if you had just done different things, if you had made different decisions. And so I think it's very important to recognize taking extreme accountability as a way that you learn to forgive others, especially because you start to realize, like, stop putting the blame on other people. Look at yourself, look within. If you're really not doing everything you can be doing properly, you need to hold some accountability. You could say, oh, I'm not perfect, and nobody's perfect. But if you're really not doing everything you can be doing, and I mean everything, then you're not doing enough. And the thing is you can't expect results to come if you've been living. This is kind of to a point of a different video that I made in the past. But if you've been doing things in a bad way that you know is not the optimal way, the way that you want to live at your highest version of self, and you've been living like that for, let's say, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years of your life, changing your lifestyle for 6 months is not enough, my guy, my girl. Like, you gotta be committed for years to reverse what you've done for decades. You know what I mean? Like, think about it like this: if you've been 400 or 500 pounds overweight, it's not reasonable to go hard in the gym for a year and think you're about to lose that. You need cheat codes at that point. And the spiritual world doesn't work off that. It works off of your vibration matching the energy of what you want. So, yeah. So, extreme accountability is another key element to being able to forgive others and yourself.